Hello. We have a full moon coming up here on the West Coast, California, the West Coast of the United States. The full moon is tomorrow, Thursday, at 10:05 in the morning. The moon is in Virgo and the sun is in Pisces, as most of you know. And we have a very interesting full moon. Although it's a Virgo Pisces full moon, a lot of planets are in Aries right now, and that makes for a very interesting and actually a very beneficial period of time for the fire signs. That would be Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, with a slight caveat for some Sagittarians, especially with the full moon being in Pisces and Virgo around the middle of the sign. If your birthday is around the middle of Sagittarius, especially if your birthday is in the second week of Sagittarius, then it might not be quite so easy for you. On the other hand, you get a lot else that helps you, so that ongoing benefit of like challenges and benefits. It's usually the thing that sparks achievement. So, every curse has a blessing hidden inside. In any event, for those of you who are Aries, especially around the middle of Aries and Leo, it's, for the most part, pretty straightforward. You have a lot of really beneficial aspects, and this should be a really engaging, fiery, exciting, driven time for you. You should feel generally upbeat and positive, and for anybody who has those signs in their chart, that part of your chart you will feel activated in a similarly positive way. Of course, no one is ever just one thing. There's always a combination of everything going on. And even this positive energy has its own challenges that it brings. That touches off an ongoing aspect that can bring up feelings of anger at the same time. The same way that it can bring up bursts of energy for everyone, it can also bring up bursts of frustration or anger. The feeling that like forces more powerful than you, that aren't fair necessarily, are blocking you. And all that fire sign energy can make you feel like very, very angry, like lashing out. Desire can be very strong. And as the Bhagavad Gita says, contact with the senses brings desire, and desire brings anger. Obviously, it's the frustration of desire that has a tendency to bring anger. Generally speaking, one can feel like you're going to push through all those, you just can't take it anymore. And that's not really a good energy to follow through with right now. One of the things that makes the fire signs especially good right now is that they have a nice balance of being able to be to keep going and to be somewhat disciplined about how they keep going. Discipline isn't usually a word you use with fire signs, but the right kind of discipline where you put in the energy and then stop, but you just kind of keep going with where there's a place to go without getting stuck where you're being stopped. And so for some of the rest of us who aren't fire signs, there's more of a tendency to get hooked where we're stopped and to not be able to, let things go. That is also especially true if you happen to have been born in 1989 or into the early 90s, but especially in that particular year, this is even more the case for you. No matter what your sign, you may feel particularly put upon by forces more powerful than you that seem unfair. And again, all of this circle that leads to anger can also lead to depression, the other side of anger. So it's very important to find a way to work with it, to allow for these feelings to happen and to find outlets for them without having to overindulge or to lash out at others, the kinds of things that anger or frustrated desire tends to bring. Those are the most difficult things happening right now. Most everyone should feel some surge in energy whether that makes you, given the other aspects, whether you feel like you can go with that surge of energy or whether it just kind of pisses you off, it's hard to tell. You know, you may go through a bit of both. But there's definitely the sense of spring in the air with all that fire sign energy. Good luck. I hope that you enjoy the you know, the drive without feeling steamrolled by it. And should you be in the position of feeling steamrolled or frustrated, remember, I quoted the Bhagavad Gita earlier. It says, even a little bit of effort towards stilling you know, the drive towards the need to have what you want. Even there's no effort that goes that is in vain. It all counts. So just even trying to work a little bit with these overwhelming feelings that come up helps you out. I'm going to start doing start doing a general sort of astrology class. It was suggested by one of the viewers, David, I think, and yeah, so if you want to get that, you should subscribe to the channel, because sometimes I send out emails to my client list, and I'm not going to send out emails. I'll go through things like, you know, the general structure of the chart, what your moon sign means. Obviously, I'll talk about each of the astrological signs and what it actually does mean and what it doesn't mean, and just generally a little bit of a learning lesson about your chart and astrology and what to take and what to let go. I hope you have a good week and a good couple of weeks, and I'll talk to you soon.